What's going on, folks? Hey, happy Sunday. I wanted to, briefly go over Friday's trades. I didn't get a chance to do a video there. Not a crazy day for me, but we can go over the trades here and kind of look at the huge up move the market made on Friday. And interesting to see how far that keeps going, or if it ultimately actually wants to pull back, because we definitely are getting extended, but we'll see. I think it might ride higher. So, all right, here we go. So, what I tried to do here is with a couple trades is entries are green, exits are red. And for the most part, you can ignore these dashed lines, like this dashed green line here. That's my one of my opening range breakout lines. So anyhow, what I was looking at here, folks, this is the half-hour chart, okay? So this is all pre-market. So I saw this, and this looked perfect to roll over. I wish I would have been a little bit more confident, but basically, and again, this first trade was on my real account, which is about, it's an account I started with about $2,500, and right now I'm up almost 10% in the account. So really happy where it's at right now. I mean, I've been trading in the account like a little bit, I think for 2 weeks or something. So just happened to make a few good trades, and so it's doing pretty good already. And hopefully I can do really well with that account this year. So just want to be careful with it and take very secure, high probability trades. So anyhow, first trade was in the real account. It's a very small trade, but again, small account, so I'll take it. I pulled in $20, which honestly on this small account, I think it's around just somewhere under like 0.5%. So you can say, oh, it's just $20. Well, I mean, 0.5% is not bad. And again, the total count's up like almost 10%. So, but that aside, I saw this really nice top here and this beautiful half-hour signal to me that we're going to go down. So I got in about kind of the opening price of this next half-hour candle. So I got it somewhere in there and ended up, I think I was shooting for around this area to just take profit. I just wanted to grab my money and go. I was saying if this thing goes a lot further, so be it. And it did. It just flushed down beautifully. So I left a lot of money on the table, but I really don't care. You know, I knew the probability of this going down was very high and just wanted to at least get some. So I grabbed a few bucks. So that was the first trade. So not too huge. The second trade is in my Top Step account. And if you haven't been following along, I've got one of these accounts that can get funded, right? I'm in the stage before funding. I just haven't gotten to the funding level that you need to hit yet. And so hopefully we can get there soon. Hopefully this month would be great. We'll see. But so anyways, yeah, doing a $50,000 starting balance Top Step account. And so, with that account, I've actually had a lot tougher of a time, basically seeing long-term profitability. It's interesting. It's kind of a different, because it's not real money. It is and it isn't, right? You are paying a monthly fee. I think I pay $50, right, a month to be able for that opportunity, which I think is fair. But I still notice I end up treating it like it's not real money, and I take trades hastily sometimes, and just take trades that I just would not take with real money. And so I've been a little up and down with it. I had it almost up to 52K. The goal, by the way, is 53K, but I had it up to 52. And I made a dumb trade, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday, I forget, but I think Thursday. And, ended up right now, basically after this trade on Friday, I'm still fine. I think the account value is about 51,100 something. So, it's still doing okay, but I just, that's what I've noticed. So that's something, I'm going to really try and fix, is not treating this thing like it's an experimental account, right? Let's really try and treat it like it's real money and be patient and take the trades that I'm more inclined to take with my real money. So Anyhow, let me get to the trade so I'm not gabbing at you forever here. I'm going to try and widen this so you guys can see it well. This was such a big day. This is hard to see. Anyways, you can sort of see it. So ultimately, let me back up because now it's hard to see. You'll get the point. But basically, you know, here we had pre-market and we created an opening range. You know, this is the 30-minute range. You can see that here. Okay, this is the high 30-minute range, and here's the low, here's the midpoint. So we just clearly on the half hour came up to that opening range and just closed nicely above. I was screaming to myself, like, man, this could really rip. This is just going to be a bullish day. But I just, for some reason, I don't know, I just didn't believe in my prediction enough, even though it was very clear. So I was literally, when this 30-minute candle closed, right, and this new one started right here, and it dipped down, and it looks real dirty, like, oh, is this going to break down? I literally was saying, John, this is the perfect spot to buy right here, and I would have been pretty happy. So it perfectly hit there, and then just bounced up, had a huge 30-minute, and I could have just, you know, rode this thing forever. But it is what it is. You know, you live, you learn, and I'm analyzing the market very well, so just got to keep that up. But anyhow, those are my internal thoughts. You got to put that annoyance aside that you didn't get in, right, at the right times and all that. But I knew this thing's going to keep going, and I ended up still, I mean, you never know they're going to do this, though, right? Look at this. This is way out into outer space. So I ended up seeing, you know, it did this. It popped up here, and I saw this nice buy up, and I'm like, okay, this thing has to go somewhat higher. So I got in, obviously, on this green line here. And I had 2 contracts, so I set a profit taking just above this wick here, and so that's what got me 160 on my first contract. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna set the second one so I can maybe catch some of this delicious juicy upside. And I knew it could happen. My stop was just too tight. I wanted to set a stop where I wouldn't lose money. So on that second exit, that was a stop exit, and I got $30 on that last contract. So, you know, I knew that was a chance, and I just didn't want to risk losing money. So there I was. So those are really my 2 main trades for Friday. Obviously, I mean, good Lord, I don't want to do the math, but, you know, if I would have really grabbed a lot of this move, I mean, it just could have been very, very big. Very big. But it is what it is. And I made, what, 190 on that trade. I mean, I shouldn't be crying about that. There's nothing wrong with that. And then making 20 on my real account. Dude, hey, man, if I see $20 on the street, I'm going to pick it up. You know, I didn't have to sit here and, you know, I got a lot going on too, right? I got a full-time thing going on. So I can't look at this thing 24/7. I can't. All day, I can't be staring at these charts. I don't want to be staring at them all day anyways. You know, it just gets obsessive, right? So we need to live our lives, and it's a learned skill to not just obsess over these and be able to get in and get out, turn the darn application off, you know? So these are all things. I just think the mental side of trading is just paramount. Like at this point, I really feel like I know how to trade. It's just literally the mental execution. It's getting in at the right times when you're saying this long term for whatever makes sense. But you know, that dip back down, it looks scary when it's doing it, because that's a nice big fat red candle looking like, oh, maybe this will, you know, who knows? Is this going to be like a top? Even though this looks super bullish, is this going to be that time where you get in and you know, it just doesn't work, even though it looks like it should, and it's like a big fake out. So it's getting the consistent mental confidence is a very challenging thing in trading. I think the future's looking bright. So, all right, folks. Well, hey, I hope you had a decent Friday back then yourself, and hope you're having a good Sunday today. I will talk to you guys soon, and happy trading.